Have you ever wondered what it feels like to be in the midst of a pivotal moment in history? Today, we explore D-Day, the largest amphibious invasion in history. Imagine the world today if D-Day had never happened. Would we exist in a world where tyranny and oppression reign supreme? Or perhaps a world where the balance of power is drastically different from what we know today? So let's dive into the events of this remarkable day from both perspectives, the Allies and the Nazis. First, imagine the scene from the Allies' perspective. It's the early morning hours of June 6, 1944. The air is thick with anticipation and uncertainty. Soldiers from the United States, Britain, and Canada are aboard the landing crafts, heading towards the beaches of Normandy, France. Their mission: to secure a foothold in Nazi-occupied Europe, a mission of paramount importance that could turn the tide of World War II. These brave men are armed with more than just weapons. They carry the hopes and dreams of millions, the weight of the free world on their shoulders. Their hearts pound in their chests, their minds filled with thoughts of home, of peace, and of the daunting task ahead. But let's now shift our gaze to the other side of this historic day. Picture the scene from the Nazi perspective. They've built what they believe to be an impenetrable Atlantic wall, a formidable line of defense stretching from the Arctic Circle down to the Spanish border. Their confidence is high, bolstered by years of victories. Yet beneath this facade of assurance, there's a gnawing sense of unease. As dawn breaks, their worst fears are realized. The horizon is filled with an armada of ships, a sight the likes of which the world had never seen. The Nazis scramble, their defense strategies pushed to the limit as they face an onslaught of unparalleled scale. The impact of this invasion is immediate and profound, shaking the very foundations of the Nazi regime. Thus unfolds the tale of D-Day, a day of valor and desperation, of hope and fear, a day that encapsulated the very essence of war. Here, on the beaches of Normandy, we see two perspectives, two distinct narratives. On one side, the Allies, fighting for freedom, justice, and the end of a global nightmare. On the other, the Nazis, clinging onto their vision of a new world order, their forces pushed to the brink. Two sides of the same coin, each with their own stories to tell. Now, why does D-Day matter so much in the grand scheme of World War II, one might ask? Well, let's start by understanding the strategic importance of D-Day. The 6th of June, 1944, is most certainly a date that has been etched into the annals of history. This was the day when the largest seaborne invasion in history took place, targeting the heavily fortified beaches of Normandy, France. The Allies' objective: to establish a foothold in Nazi-occupied Western Europe, a stepping stone to launching further offensives into the heartland of Hitler's fortress. But the stakes were high, and the losses enormous. Thousands of young lives were extinguished on that day. The beaches were transformed into graveyards, a somber testament to the high price of freedom. On both sides, soldiers, sailors, and airmen fell, their sacrifices not forgotten. Yet despite the heavy losses, D-Day played a pivotal role in turning the tide of the war. The successful invasion weakened the Nazi stranglehold on Western Europe and opened up a new front that stretched the German defenses thin. This effectively marked the beginning of the end for the Third Reich. The significance of D-Day is not merely confined to its military successes. It's a symbol of unity and cooperation among the Allies, an embodiment of their shared commitment to vanquish the dark cloud of tyranny that had engulfed the world. Indeed, D-Day was more than just a military operation. It was a turning point that marked the beginning of the end of World War II. And what about the weapons, planes, and guns used in the attack? The Allies stormed the beaches with a variety of equipment. Landing crafts, such as the Higgins boat, carried troops to shore, while Sherman tanks provided vital support. Overhead, Spitfire and Mustang aircraft ruled the skies. On the German side, they relied on the feared Tiger tanks and the powerful 88mm anti-aircraft guns. These tools of war in the hands of determined soldiers played a crucial role in the events of D-Day. Now, picture the battlefield, the German defense, and the Allies' plan. The German fortifications were intimidating, a formidable network of bunkers, artillery placements, and landmines, all poised to repel the invading forces. The Allies' strategy was daring yet meticulously planned, involving airborne landings and amphibious assaults designed to exploit enemy weaknesses. The The scale of the operation was colossal, a testament to the Allied determination. It was here, on these beaches of Normandy, that one of the most important battles of the 20th century took place.